Today I'm going to tell you how to sell your house for more than it's worth. I know that sounds impossible, but it's not impossible. I've done it a bunch of times. I've done it over 8 times this year, and I can't wait to show you how to do it too. So we'll get right into how to sell your house for more than it's worth after this intro. About to buy a property from Linda, and we're going to do the closing at Linda's kitchen table. So I'm sitting here with Bruce. I just purchased his property.
Yes, we definitely felt good about this deal from day one.
Eric's been wonderful to deal with.
And I think you even went a little above and beyond.
If this is not too good to be true, this is the answer to my my prayers right now.
And the prompt call back, because I didn't think I was going to talk to you that soon.
Just had a very smooth process with Eric.
Extremely fast and convenient, and it wasn't like a lowball offer either. You didn't try to
No, not
screw
at all.
him up.
A lot higher than the first offer I got.
You didn't even have to do that, but you did, and we appreciate that.
Just the transparency, I do appreciate that.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Eric,
Thank you.
Give him a call, he's the best.
Sell your house for the highest price. Attention house sellers. If you want to sell your house for more than it's worth, then this will be the most important web page that you've seen all year. In the next 5 minutes, you'll discover how to get your house sold for more than it's worth and finally know what it feels like to have a check in your hand at closing for much more than you thought was possible. I have bought and then resold houses for more than they were worth more times than I can count. I spend all day buying houses for a fair price and then reselling them for more than they are worth. We buy, fix up, and sell 4 to 5 houses at a time. It started many years ago when I found myself in a difficult situation. I had a house that I needed to sell, but it wasn't worth what I owed on it. I had to sell because my wife was pregnant and our firstborn son was on the way. Not only were the schools around us less than desirable, but the neighborhood wasn't very safe. I didn't have enough savings built up to sell the house at a loss, so I had no choice but to find a way to sell my house for more than it was worth. I tried selling the house for sale by owner, but even with no real estate commissions, I couldn't find a buyer willing to pay enough to get my mortgage paid off. I was underwater on my house with no savings to speak of and a baby on the way. I felt like a failure. I had always planned on being a great father. I wanted to provide a great life for my family, but if I couldn't get into a better neighborhood, that wasn't going to happen. So with no other viable options left, I spent the next year getting my real estate license on the side. I had no desire to become a real estate agent. I just figured if I could save on the real estate commissions, maybe I could get my family into a nicer neighborhood. While working towards my real estate license, I also started studying every house that went on the market in my neighborhood. I noticed 2 houses on the same block that were the same size, selling for $70,000 difference in price. The only difference was the level of finishes, and it didn't take much to see a huge swing in the price. I had lots of friends in the trades and knew I could spend $20,000 on new finishes and see a $50,000 jump in the value of the house. With my real estate license in hand, newfound knowledge on the market, and friends in the construction industry, I was able to flip my house and sell it for much more than it was worth. I sold my house for a profit and moved my family to the suburbs. Problem solved. It took 2 years of full-time commitment to my new side job, and I had cracked the code. I went on to repeat that process, flipping house after house for the next 8 years. Today, I flip houses full-time for a living. We work on 4 to 5 houses at a time, buying them for a fair price and flipping them to sell for much more than they were worth. Lucky for you, I'll help you get your house sold for more than it's worth too. I'll sell your house the same way I sell the houses that we fix and flip. We have a process we put houses through to make them worth more. We've perfected the process over the years to get the highest return on every house we flip. Whether you're upside down in your house or not, if you want to sell your house for more than it's worth, you have an easier way to get it done than I did. You can skip getting your real estate license. You can skip making friends with plumbers, drywallers, painters, electricians, carpenters, roofers, countertop installers, cabinet suppliers, flooring suppliers, utility repair guys, and just to get a good price. You can skip getting your contractor's license so you can pull permits like I did. You can even skip finding funding to pay for all the upgrades. We do it all for you. All you have to do is make a simple phone call and we'll take care of the rest. Now, normally when you want to sell your house, you hire a realtor. Normally, you pick a friend or a family member you trust, have them list your house on the MLS, and accept the highest offer. If you go this route, you'll probably get fair market value for your house, minus the 6% in realtor commissions. We'll do everything we can to make sure the check that you get at the closing table is as large as possible. Imagine yourself a couple months from now sitting at the closing table with a check in your hand made out for an extra $15,000 or $20,000 more than it normally would have been. What would you do with that extra cash? Most people work full-time at least 3 months for that kind of cash, and all you need to do is call us instead of calling a typical real estate agent. To recap, here's what we'll do for you. We'll design and renovate your house at our expense to make sure you get the most cash at closing. We'll pay for all the labor and materials, so it's no big deal if you can't afford the remodel. We'll manage the crews so you can stay focused on what you do. This will be a hands-off process for you. We'll market your house on the MLS, Craigslist, Trulio, Zillow, Realtor.com to make sure that your remodeled house gets the most exposure possible. We'll pay for professional pictures, and we'll do it out of our own commission. Professional pictures get more showings, and more showings means the highest possible offer. We'll manage the showings while we find your buyer, making sure that we get the most people possible to see your house and bring the highest offer. In short, we'll bust our ass to get you the most cash, more than your house is even worth. Jenny and Billy sold their house in Aurora for $400,000 with our help. Before hiring us, the highest offer they received was $315,000. After paying us back for the remodel expenses, Jenny and Billy still received an extra $50,000 at closing. Life-changing money. Will your house be next? Now it's your turn to see what we can get your house sold for. We'll come check out your house and give you our honest feedback free of cost. You have nothing to lose. Why not find out how much money we can get you? So with tons of cash to gain and nothing to lose, you might as well give me a call.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy.
One of the companies I worked with was horribly difficult to work with.
You know, for this to go as well as it has, it's nice. I would recommend this. For people in my situation, I could not have asked for anybody or any better outcome than we've done here.
And the whole process took 2 weeks total from the time I contacted him. He was very responsive and quick to answer all questions.
That came and looked at the house. And
Right.
They had gave you a number that was significantly lower.
Totally unacceptable.
Much lower.
So enter your address on this page or give us a call, and we'll see how much extra money we can get you for your house today.